What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Welcome to a new episode of Swipe Up. Let's get this episode started with a guide to making a conspiracy theorist. Let's get into it from with our first post from Kids Getting Hurt. Oof. I love this account. It's not always the same thing. It's not always a kid trapped in a Coors box getting dropped on his or her head by bro dad. But it is kids getting hurt, and it's, kids are made of rubber in a lot of instances and have superpowers to which I no longer have. So in a way of cosmic retribution, I watch and enjoy the Kids Getting Hurt page on Instagram. And, I don't wish kids harm, but if somebody's going to post that shit, I'll watch it. I mean, Jackass was older kids. Now it's adults, and it's still funny. A little bit more painful to watch. But Kids Getting Hurt is a fun page. Moving on to artists, another artist doing ink on paper. Shout out to James Zuko. He does great work. Here's a piece that he's done. Little 3 different views of it. I love just the drama that you get with ink and water, where you just have to let ink go. Here's another one of his pieces. Kind of a really ghostly. I love his style, man. Love his style. Here's another artist, Allie Wilkinson Studio, ink on paper, great work. Check her stuff out as well. But I love working with ink. It's a very unforgiving medium, but that's also, with great risk comes great reward, and I enjoy working with ink on paper. But moving on to a big inspiration of mine, Gary V. I've listened to his books, a couple of his books. There's the Thank You Economy, and also I can't remember the other one, but it's definitely look it up. Gary Vaynerchuk. He was on Hot Ones. Chris Evans, another great show on YouTube. Check that out. But this is the difference between a winner and a loser from Gary V, as brought to you by in the way only he can.
Think is the difference between a hustler, someone who actually grabs the bull by the horns, and then all these phonies who talk about it.
Entitlement. They think they deserve it without it putting in the work. Nobody owes you shit. Everybody wants to complain. Nobody's listening to your complaints. You would be stunned how many of the winners lack that entitlement. Some people have it, it happens. Some people get fancy and they fail. The stars that they're not around anymore. They don't fucking matter because they sold the fuck out and they thought they were something. I wake up every morning thinking that everything I've done is what I've done. I don't deserve shit. Today may be the day it all falls apart. I'm only as good as my last at bat. I'm not shit. I think those are people that are winning. I want you to fucking suffocate your bullshit excuses and go do something. Forget about what I'm doing. Go do something. It's time.
Fuck yes. Tag a friend. Tag a friend for sure. And some friends that I would tag if I were friends with them. But Bill Burr and Al Madrigal, parts of All Things Comedy, 2 of the about 8 comedians that are part of the tribunal of the collective known as All Things Comedy. A host of great shows and podcasts that are part of it. All of my favorite comedians are a part of this collective of podcasts. Also YouTube shows like Something's Burning from Bert Kreischer, Driving with Bill Burr. And they just struck a deal with Comedy Central production to produce some specials and I think some shows. So next step with the All Things Comedy train, definitely looking forward to it. And if you're looking for new comedians to check out that are at the cream of the crop, some of the best stand-up comedy in the country, go over to All Things Comedy on YouTube or their Instagram page and check out all the stuff that they do, all the podcasts. It's amazing. It's very similar to the podcast collective that I was a part of as, back in the day. But definitely a different perspective coming from professional comedians getting a contract with Comedy Central. Always great. And this headphone, last episode, giving me problems. This episode, same thing. Let's go to the front there. But yeah, congrats, Al Madrigal, Bill Burr. As far as people that work their ass off and don't complain, the only way you could be a successful comedian is by fucking working your ass off. Some people get plucked, and the people that get plucked a little bit too early don't last. But the people that have the experience and have gone through the grind will persevere when it is their time. Reference Tiffany Haddish, because she's ready. So big ups to Bill Burr and Al Madrigal and everybody over at All Things Comedy. And one more from another comedian. This one posted by Cutthroat Comics. Doug Stanhope, amazing comedian, and a perspective on nationalism that I agree with. Let me read it here. Nationalism does nothing but teach you to hate people you've never met and to take pride in accomplishments you had no part in. 100% agree. All these lazy people that just want to complain and hate, not even complain. Yes, complainers. Yes, unsuccessful people that live boring, horrible lives complain about everything. It is the thing that they do, apparently, to feed their soul, is to wake up and just complain, have nothing but negativity come out of their face. But there's a specific kind of negativity, which I've addressed before, and it's just something toxic that you've seen grown in the country and now represented in politics, and it's just hate and fear, and just it's disgusting. It's an ignorance that's just being exploited, and fear to control people. And I think people need to understand their perspective in society and to contribute more, to be nicer to people. Be nice. Don't hate and try to fucking hurt your neighbor. Try to help your neighbor. Pretend to be like the fucking hippie guy that you believe in. Just pretend for a moment that everybody is your neighbor and you treat them as you should be treated, instead of separating children from their parents and deporting people that are trying to escape from clearly a world that's way worse than the worst parts of the U.S. because they're trying to escape to a better place. But I love Doug Stanhope, and I love that quote. Shout out to Cutthroat Comics. Go support independent comics. So to finish this off, let me give shout-outs to everybody that was a part of this episode. Kids Getting Hurt, James Zuko, Ali Wilkinson Studio, Gary V, Hot Ones, Sean Evans, All Things Comedy, Al Madrigal, Wilford Burr, Cutthroat Comics, Real Stanhope. I'm going to finish it off with a video from shout-out to Greg's Dad 99, Jeremiah Stand Up, Mostly Sorry, They Are the Best Damn Band in the Land, the Kill Tony Band, Jeremiah Watkins, Joel Jimenez, and not Chroma Chris, but the original band member, the original creator, Pat Reagan. Their new CD, Reagan and Watkins, out now, I believe. First video out. My name is Jeremiah. I'm going to finish it off with this. Check out the video. And yeah, it's great stuff. I love these guys. Kill Tony is one of my favorite, by far, podcasts. My name is Jeremiah, and I always spit the fire with my boy Patty Reagan. He's always to my right. The girls be clamoring, I never be stammering. My flow is on point, and so is my hair. My nose is on fleek every day of the week. It sometimes doubles as my second dick. I sex appeal. I got lips of steel. I keeps it real. Yo. All right, that's it, everybody. Have a great week. Follow me at Ray Taylor. Links up top to my website. Buy my artwork, inspireddisorder.com. Shout out to Reagan Watkins. Much love. Have a great day. Have a great week. Peace out.